There. Well, wireless servos. What do I mean by wireless servos? I'd like to put forward an idea, a suggestion that I think makes fitting servos a lot easier, whether that's in a wing, you know, through the sheeting, or whether you're making servo trays in a fuselage. So anyway, take a look at this. Well, the first thing I do when I get a dodgy servo is I cut the lead off. Now, I do that for two reasons, essentially. One is because I don't want to get it confused with any other servos, and so if I cut the lead off, I know I can't use it again. Also, the lead can sometimes be used, the wire or the plug, providing this isn't the problem that you've got, which it generally isn't in my experience. So okay, we're not going to use these servos again because we've cut the lead off, but we can use them when we're building, just to make life a little bit easier. Often when we're making a servo tray in plywood, we're constantly trying to fit the servo to make sure it fits in the hole that we're making. If we've got to thread the wire through first, it kind of makes life a little bit awkward, and often we catch the plug as we're pulling it out, which is kind of irritating, but it's not particularly good for the servo if we keep yanking on the wire. Also, when this is just some sheet balsa, and I'm installing some servos into this. It's a flying wing I'm making. It's so much easier just to check we've got the hole right by just dropping the servo in there like that. I mean, obviously, once we've done that, we're sure it's right, then it's good to try it with our servo that we're going to use, just to make sure everything works with the lead on it, which it does. Also, when we're drawing out the holes where we're going to put the servo, it's a lot easier if we haven't got a cable that's causing the servo to move and just getting in the way. So I just find when we're in that initial building stage, it is just so much easier to do what we need to do with the servo trays and holes without a lead attached. Also, when we're getting to a later stage and we want to just make up the control arms, control rods, should I say, it's a lot easier just to stick a dummy servo in like this. We get the arm at the right angle, we get the control horn, and we set up the linkage as we need it. Obviously, we're going to need to stick a live servo in at some point, and we can certainly do that and check everything's working. But it's so much easier if you haven't got to fiddle around with a lead when you're just trying to get everything set up. So there you go, that's what I do with my old servos. I just find them really useful when we're measuring, we're cutting out the holes in the servo trays. I know you need to fit them eventually with the wire to try them, because the wire makes a little bit of a difference when you're just slotting them in. And it doesn't matter what make of servos, essentially they come in standard sizes. So we've got 3 different makes of servo here, and they all have the same footprint. Admittedly, some of them are slightly deeper than others, so you have to bear that in mind if you're looking at clearance underneath. But one of the things that really irritates me is the lead on servos when I don't actually need to plug it in. I just want to know if it fits, and I'm taking it in and out of a hole. So anyway, I hope you found that little suggestion useful and interesting. Thanks very much for watching.